Welcome back to Houston Life. We have moved over to the kitchen, as you can see, with our friend Tanji Patton of Goodtaste TV.
And before the break, we asked you a little trivia question. Which Houston restaurateur was part of Goodtaste's first season with his brand new concept featuring a steakhouse and a traditional butcher shop? It's located on Washington Avenue. Which one? Tanji, what's the answer?
Ben Berg, B&B Butchers.
Very nice. And we were chatting during the break. I mean, Ben Berg is such a player in the restaurant scene here in Houston. Hard to imagine Houston without him, but you remember when he just got here.
Yes, we met. He had just opened B&B, and I remember him telling me, you know, he came from the East Coast and had a family of restaurateurs and food-related genes there, but he was really nervous because he had the guts to go into this abandoned building on Washington and redo it and turn it into the magnificent building it is now. And I've always had fond memories of that first encounter meeting Ben, because we've worked together several times since then. And anytime I would do one of these early morning TV segments on you guys' weekend news, Ben Berg is who would show up at 7 a.m. with the food for the set.
Wow.
He is one of the hardest working men, and I would say in Houston, and I would think that's probably a pretty accurate statement. And what an empire he's built.
And he's given back to the community so
my gosh, and the best steaks. That's their beautiful bone-in ribeye, a grilled salmon, and a delightful Brussels sprouts dish there.
So I was telling you guys, my brother forever, I'm like, let's try something new. He always wants to go to B&B, and the service, everything is always so impeccable. So he's got our fan vote for sure.
They do a great job. I brought in Alexander Valley. One of the things we do on the show is bargain wine finds, right? H-E-B is one of our sponsors for that. Yes. Alexander Valley, if anyone's looking for a great Cabernet, $20 or less, this is a no-win.
In fact, I am in the market for one right now, Tanji.
Oh, well, there's a
Am I able to try this?
Absolutely.
Same thing? Oh, let's get a little cheers to Tanji.
Cheers.
Bringing this for us. Thank you.
Of course. For $20, you can't beat it. I'm telling you, it's...
And people who don't drink, it's delicious. People who don't drink red wine during the summer, y'all are missing out. Because even when it's hot outside, it's good stuff.
More for you, Derek.
There you go.
More for you.
That's the way.
And for celebrations, I know we're celebrating the Josh Prosecco. Again, $15 a bottle. You can't beat it. It's
a little bubbly.
Here's one for
delightful.
you, Tanji. Thank you. And we're celebrating you. 15 years is a big deal.
Yeah,
well, no, I want to celebrate the folks that made this happen, and so many of them, their dishes are featured right here. And I'd be remiss, the MASRAFF'S. Russell and Tony MASRAFF.
Look at that.
Russell MASRAFF was the first person I called on in Houston when we started the business here. And he was gracious enough to see me and believed in what we were doing and was one of our original sponsors here in Houston.
Wow.
And he and his father, Tony, have an incredible story. His dad had retired, sold everything to go into business with his son for MASRAFF'S, which if you haven't been, their new location on I-10 in Bunker Hill at Katy Freeway, fantastic. But a beautiful family, and there's so much love with this father and son, and they've been very, very special in our lives, and they've done so much for the Houston community as well. So I brought MASRAFF'S beautiful sea bass, Chilean sea bass. Oh, you're looking at some of their other dishes. There's so many to choose from there. This is the beautiful sea bass, and it sits on a bed of grits with lobster.
Yum.
Yes,
Yum,
doesn't
yum,
get any
yum.
better. And that's a maki sushi roll they do. They're also known for their sushi.
So excited.
They do some amazing sushi.
There's that
at
beautiful
MASRAFF'S.
sushi.
It's kind of a fun little cocktail
You know,
hour.
MASRAFF'S was one of the first restaurants I ate at in Houston for a friend's birthday party. I was absolutely blown away.
They're
beautiful.
phenomenal. They do a great job. And then I would be remiss, too, if I didn't thank Hugo Ortega. Hugo was in our very first episode when Caracol first opened, right? And that was the first time he and I had met, and he was absolutely delightful, such a gracious host. I got to meet Ruben, his brother, who does the great chocolate creations. They brought their beautiful ceviche, everything at Caracol, all of Hugo's restaurants.
Tanji, I love the emotional connection that you have to all these foods. It's not just food to you. You're talking about the family and the hard workers behind it, and really all the work it takes to get something this beautiful plated and in front of us just so we can devour it.
Well, I think the food, you know, we're looking for things we all have in common now, right? And we have so much more in common than we don't.
Amen.
Food is the great uniter, I think, for everyone. And it can get emotional, right?
Yes, it absolutely can. And I'd like to unite over some of this sushi right now. Actually.
Does anyone want to break the cocoa?
Can you tell us about this dessert before you break it open?
This is one of Ruben's creations. And you break it with a mallet.
Go for it.
And it's full of all kinds of cream and goodness. Give it a good, there you go.
Oh, gorgeous and satisfying too. Wow.
If you love chocolate,
Gorgeous.
this is a not to miss dessert. It's
And you can
gorgeous.
get that at Caracol?
Yeah.
Wow.
Love it.
Okay.
You know, they
That's-
make
Ceviche.
whoever makes their chocolate. I mean, it's quite a fascinating process.
Well, Caracol, MASRAFF'S, B&B Butchers, just 3 of the incredible restaurants you have featured.
They're,
over the years.
our restaurateurs, they've been through so much with COVID and whatnot, and we owe them a lot, too.
Yes.
And we've got lots of information. If I can just, another shameful plug, follow us on Instagram at Goodtaste TV.
We certainly will. Tanji Patton, thank you so much.
Perfect.
Oh, guys,
15
thank
years.
you.
Cheers.
Cheers to you, my friend. It's great to
Wonderful.
see you. Cheers
So
to
nice meeting you.
Very nice meeting you.
So nice meeting you.
So nice meeting you.
Hey, reminder, you can catch Good Taste with Tanji this weekend on KPRC2 starting at 5:30 a.m. and also the new season.
Yes, be on the lookout for that. It's coming October 14th. And then, as she mentioned, you can follow her on Instagram at Goodtaste TV for all the recipe inspiration you will ever need. I'm going to have to follow that account immediately.